is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times, I always seem to find the light in your eyes.
So this week, instead of being out here, where I'm usually sitting, then I will stay indoor. So we will be in here, and I will have better sound because this time I'll be wearing a micropod, so I apologize for the bad sound when I was filming out in the nature over here actually. So yeah, I hope you bear over with me this time. And next week I will be filming from Tokyo. I will be back home because I'm going back to my family and my beloved partner, and I'm looking so much forward to it. Before my next knee operation here in Denmark, I will be Christmas hugging someone that I love more than anything. So yeah, let's start with the weekly report for your sign. Remember, you can always go to my channel and watch the guided meditation if you want to find your way into your silent self, where all the answers lie. Now it's time for your sign and your week. Hi there, Pisces, and welcome to your modern shaman Maria and RainbowLand here with the weekly astrology, tarot, intuitive, heartful forecast for the week that starts at the 19th and ends at the 26th of November 2018. So, Mercury retrograde is definitely here. How are you feeling it? Some people are more prone to it than others, of course. I'm definitely, these days, one of the ones who are. I am one of the ones who are. I am inside, filming with professional sound here, light, etc., instead of outside in the garden or around in the forest, where I usually have a campfire and film. My odds should be better inside, but no, you can't escape Mercury retrograde. I have been making retake after retake, dealing with the sound. That's why I'm sitting with these on now. I don't want to miss. I broke a couple of headphones, I had to use these huge ones here. So that was just one thing, but Mercury retrograde is communication, it's movement, and everything to do with communication, everything that sets you in contact with the world. Technology, electronics, cars, planes. I'm gonna fly today, awesome. Kidding, not kidding. Thing is that we just have to be aware, be patient with others, confusions, misunderstandings, delays, stuff like that. Accept it. 3 times a year for 3 weeks, it's like that. Like for me, it's not the worst. I mean, being a Mars rule sign, having a lot in Pisces, by the way. Also, me, Venus and Mercury, so I'm very Pisces also in my communication and how I relate to people. So I sometimes feel it's my sign, Pluto in the 12th. And this is actually so that we are not gonna be able to escape these things, but it's on the more superficial level. But with Mars retrograde, being a Mars rule sign, I think it's much heavier for such a long time. Venus retrograde, it's hard, but it's also very beneficial. Any retrograde is beneficial. We have to remember that at the end, it will give us something in return. The harder the task, the better the gain. So this week for the Pisces, I'm gonna draw 2 tarot cards. And one will be an astrology card, and the other will be an ordinary, or not ordinary, it's my favorite card. They got it from my tarot card reader father when I was young, 12, 13-ish. So we will go into this week with a sun entering into Sagittarius. So we are in the more prominent side of your sector. Let me put on my glasses in order to be able to see cards properly. Pisces this week. So Jupiter and the Sun is meeting up, and Mercury is already here in Scorpio. No, I mean, of course, Sagittarius in the 10th house. And Mars is now in your sign, and that's going to be a really great help for you for the next 5 weeks, because you're going to be able to light up the fire, do something, get yourself going, moving forward, thinking about you, and not always just being in your bubble and around other people's concerns, but more like it's about you now. It's about you, what you want to do, and it's more individual, as I said, and but this week, of course, the Sun is going to be squaring Mars. So it's not only just easy. So the Sun is in the most prominent, as they say about the 10th house, our career, our ambitions, our face in the world, part of your scope. So also with Mercury and Jupiter here. So Mercury retro is in a square to Neptune, your co-ruler, and well, what does this mean? This is about your body. It's about your individual expression. And it's about these areas, you as an individual clashing with what the world expects of you, how the world wants to see you, how they want you to fit into this special structure or box, and your structures and professional roles and your ambitions clashing with your individual needs. So it can be an inner battle being reflected outside as well. Find a balance between how others see you and expect you and your individual side. So with Sun and Jupiter, they can make together. This is good fortune. That's a very good aspect where you like luck aspect in your 10th house. So there could be some really good stuff going on with your career. Astro card of the week. But good job, income rise, a good job, and people loving your talents and skills. 10th house, the world, just this, talent, skills, job, the most prominent part of your scope, that's the 10th house. So the cards, even I drew it after we started talking about it, but that was what we were talking about. So this is the most important, even though it has to match your individual needs as well. You have to also have those in mind, bear those in mind. Tarot card of the week. But try not to conspire with Mars in your sign with what's best for you, because Mars is like very single-minded and individual. So don't compromise what's best for you out of just wanting it your way. That can be Mars. Trust me, I know Mars. Mars and Saturn is also going to make a nice aspect. So networking in your 11th house will be good for you. It will be super to build up some, future plans. We have the moon in the tender area though. So if there's something that's out of balance in your inner world and your home life, your private life, card of the week for the Pisces, where you need rest, maybe, and there will be demands of you on the worldly front. Work, and patience, so that you can materialize things. The Jupiter will help you, but maybe you won't see the results right away, but don't worry, they will come. This is what this card means. Once we plant a seed, it takes a little time to grow in the soil and get up and out into the light. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. See you next week, Pisces, or in section 2 of this program. I hope that your Mercury retrograde is going to be easier than mine was. Now, but it's also good. It's all awesome. I'm gonna go to my loved ones and my partner. Oh, finally in Tokyo now. In an hour, I'm leaving for the airport from Denmark to Tokyo. Oh, here I go. Welcome to part 2 of the show. I'm sorry for a little bit of a noise here from the car. It's because I'm traveling to Tokyo, so I have to do this on the road, some of it at least. So, well, I just want to mention before we go into section 2, where we will have some interesting things to talk about that will be beneficial for you as a light worker and on your journey through developing yourself towards a higher vibration. 5D, from 3D to 5D. Neptune is stopping this week to go forward. Neptune is in Pisces. This has a lot to do with us and our spiritual soul. So depending on where this falls in your chart, it's about the dreams we have, and how we in this area have been held ourselves back to clean up, so that we can move forward in a completely new spiritual realm. Half a year is a lot. And for me, it's been my creative projects that has had an operation, like going to the surgery room to be operated at the hospital for half a year to see what is the next step for me as a light worker. So regardless of what it's been for you, if you've done your light work with yourself, because essentially doing light works is actually the primary part of the light work is actually the light work that you do with yourself. And if you've done that, you will now feel that there's something in one, or perhaps more than one, area of your life which is now being set free to blossom, free to flourish in an even more beautiful way than before, in a new light. With Neptune, the results may not go as fast in actually manifesting in the three-dimensional physical material world, but you will feel the changes inside already now. Little by little, everything will go just as it was planned before man had a watch on their arm to decide time was there to limit us in certain ways. But I say let it burn so it can rise. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. And the work you do for yourself, as I said, you do automatically for the earth. And the earth is calling everyone who wants to clean up and take us all to another evolutionary step forward by balancing the spiritual and the material world. Ego has such an immense pull upon our consciousness and awareness. On a daily basis, ego doesn't allow that our consciousness expands. That is why we feel the resistance in our ego-based culture with the so-called alternative things. They call all of these light worker methods that we use on a spiritual level to tools to raise our consciousness. They are really natural, but the ego doesn't allow our expansiveness to grow, or our consciousness to grow and expand, of course. We work, for example, with meditation to remove ourselves from the power of the ego and control of the ego over us. The ego is a tool, only a tool that we take when we need it, but it takes control of the wheel. But the ego is very clever, quote unquote, because in meditation, both happiness and sorrows can act as distractions. Let them be where they are, the happiness and sorrows, while you meditate, and move beyond them. Move beyond the ego. The ego can take both phases. The reason why we have the depression and the whole down feeling in the lives of many light workers is because it's time to see how bad it really is, so that we can motivate ourselves to do something about it. As a child and a young teenager, I was a captain of my team, a handball team, because my role even today is to motivate people to see their best potential and teamwork with others to lift us. What is your role? What is your role? The main role will always be the work that you do on yourself. The authenticity and how you dare to show it in your life and be honest about it. Be heartful when you speak, not out of hatred or anything brutal or negative.
We're reaching a critical mass point now when the truth is coming out. You need to do some cord cutting so that the whole earth can move a step up. Emotions and words have a life. That's why our prayers have a life too. It's the law of attraction. So watch what you say. You attract things you don't want by staying in certain word modes and speaking modes. You're calling on these words vibrations, the law of attraction. If you fear, you only attract what you don't want. I don't have to go into details, but stay away from fear. Don't immense fear. It's fear that creates the access to all that you don't want in your life to come your way. Whenever you get close to reacting and the domino effect hit you, you get a grip, breathe deeply, and you respond. You don't react. And how you get a grip? Well, see it from a higher perspective. The moment you get stuck in your emotions, you lose your touch with your higher self. Be aware, raise awareness when this happens. You're feeding dark energy with reactionary behavior. You are easily controlled by darkness and ignorance when you are feeding this side with lower emotions. Be non-reactionary is the trick. Again, the answer is don't follow trends, follow your heart. I know that it takes a lot of practice to be able to do, but try to speak with people with the 5D presence. Or you can also call it just heightened awareness, meditation state, godly presence. You can call it whatever you want, but try to speak with people in that presence. You will help them move up as well. That is the light work we can do. All of us can do. It's hard, but it's damn worth it. React instead of responding and catch yourself quickly. All light workers are unpacking everything prior to this moment, also from past lives, talents, skills, and all the negative, more heavy stuff, of course, because it's now we need to use our capacities unaffected. So you have been walking away from painful situations because these are the times to upgrade and don't stay stuck in meaningless relationships, meaningless fights that are draining you and others' energy. We need that energy for better purposes. With Venus in retrograde, it's been our old lives dying out now, old jobs, old relationships. Surrender it all to God is the task here. It's just so important to remember that exactly this Venus retrograde is completely unique in this period of time, not like the earlier ones. We've reached a whole nother level, a lot of us, in our relationships. Think 8, 16, 28 years back and feel, where were you? Where are you now? Or just back to 2012 and the latest 6 years, how much have you been moving, growing during this time? All that cannot rise with you now, going into 5D, is now being cleared and cleaned out. We have to start creating in a new way with 5D energies. Or stay in 3D, as I said last week. It's your choice, basically. You can deny your higher self, your oversoul, but this always has fatal consequences for us. I remember I didn't want to leave a boyfriend that turned out to hold me down spiritually, and the consequences of me here, yeah, they were awful. Ignoring these inner voices. Energy drops came to me, negative lowness. So I left him. These times has been so rough on many light workers. Don't worry. It's time to start over new. Just like I am now. I'm going back to my twin flame. Seeing him next week. Oh my God. After 3 months separated, cleaning, purging in each parts of the universe, no, the globe, the earth, Japan and Denmark. What have you been doing? And also helping others in each our parts. All of us have had to do these light work things. We are all at ground zero, packing out what we have in our latent light bodies, what we can pack out and actually use now. being as light as possible. Therefore, we are dropping off pain and hurt relationship and career-wise, etc. It may seem like it's all going slow, but it's not. It's coming like boom, now, slam, kaboom, it's here. Be as much as you can being in spiritual contemplation, connecting with your higher self, embodying what you came here for. You're coming back into balance. When you're back into balance, you're manifested. Jupiter energy is helping us manifest these new things to ground our new lives. 2019 will not be like 18, so don't be scared of the new energies. They are leading you to something better, even though it feels rough. Let the love reflect in yourself and your closest relationships. Let the love shine, not the lower energies. Let the innocent child that wants care, North Node in Cancer, that wants love, that wants protection, kiss, embrace it. Kiss the ones you love, embrace them, hug them, kill it with kindness. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Now I will share this video where I'm just showing myself vulnerable. If we show ourselves and our vulnerability, we also help consciousness grow, because that comes from an open heart. Thank you.
Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I'm wondering what you dream. I'm wondering if it's me you're seeing, and I kiss your eyes. Thank God we're together. I just wanna stay with you in this moment forever, forever and ever. And I don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss things. Even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss things.
There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up, try again. One day you will break through. What you long for will find you.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.